What a finish in the South region. Virginia Tech and Florida three-point game. Anthony DeRugi misses. Less than 5 seconds left to go. It's going to be Naheem Aline. Had a career-high 28 points in this game. And we would go into overtime tied at 64. This game closed at about 1.5 points in favor of Virginia Tech. And the over would hit in overtime and in the extra session. Florida up one, just over 30 seconds left to go. Trey Mann, number one, using the screen there from Colin Castleton. And it's Mann for three to extend the lead to 4 with 22.9 seconds to go. Take another look. Virginia Tech would not be able to score another point, and the Gators come away with a 75-70 victory. So Mike White gets the best of Mike Young, and for Florida, they now improve to 6-3 all-time in overtime in the NCAA tournament. I mentioned Aline there, 28 points. That is a career high for him. Castleton had 19 points and 14 rebounds as the Gators move on, playing in that South region at Hinkle Fieldhouse. And as we take a look at the bracket right now, a lot of South action happening on a Friday on opening first-round action at the NCAA tournament. Looks like Arkansas is going to pull away from Colgate there at the bottom half with Ohio State and Oral Roberts still set to play at 3 p.m. Also on CBS with the Buckeyes laying the 15. So again, Arkansas and Colgate also in the South region in action right now. Arkansas was down. Colgate had led in the first half, but now down 15 with less than a minute left to go. All right, let's bring in our Chip Patterson. Chip, it's been a carryover from the first four of either a one-point game or an overtime game. We get the overtime variety this time around. Your thoughts on Florida moving on?
First and foremost, Trey Mann just giving us an awesome highlight here in the very first game of the very first day of first round action. Absolutely love it. Florida, I think, has to be feeling pretty good about itself because they had 18 turnovers that really mucked up what was a pretty solid performance. You know, I look at the game that they got from Colin Castleton, somebody who over the last month or so hasn't really been carrying the same kind of offensive responsibility as what we saw when he was lighting it up. He was huge in wins against LSU, Vanderbilt, and Ole Miss earlier in the season. And also Scotty Lewis, a guy who I think is an X factor for the Gators, for him to be playing well. He had an awesome assist to DeRugi on that dunk. I feel like this Florida team, you look at all the pieces and you think if they can all align together, then man, this Gators team could be a real threat to the Buckeyes in the second round. And for Virginia Tech, goodness gracious, the career high day from Naheem Aline. This is a 3-star prospect, somebody who averages only 10 points per game. Obviously, the foul trouble for the Hokies was huge, but Tommy, just as impactful, I think, was that 6-minute stretch without a field goal. And then finally, Aline just stepped up and sort of carried the Hokies on into overtime. But you could tell down the stretch that Florida had done a good job of locking in the half court. Virginia Tech was a lot of forced shots, a lot of contested shots. And so ultimately not being able to get those buckets down the stretch kept Virginia Tech from being able to really take advantage of a kind of sloppy Gators performance.
And again, once again, for the 5th time, we saw sort of the team that led at halftime did not end up with the victory at the end. We still have a lot of basketball left to play, obviously. We saw it again play out in the first game here on Friday. One more note on Florida. No Keontae Johnson, of course. We talked about the potentials there, but the consistency was not during the season. So from what you saw, was this more of the team that could make some noise in the tournament after what we saw today?
I think that you still saw the inconsistencies. That's represented certainly in the turnovers, but also in the Gators having a couple of stretches where they just couldn't buy a bucket. They were taking some bad shots. I mean, they only hit 5 3-pointers in this game. Trey Mann had 3 of them. If Trey Mann is your only 3-point threat that you can really trust, then you're not going to be able to hang with the Buckeyes, who have one of the most efficient offenses in the entire country. But I do think that we talk about the pieces. The athleticism is there. There are talented players. Like, they look across at Ohio State and they are not intimidated whatsoever. It may be a 2 seed and it may be a 7 seed, but Florida is going to walk into the gym and they're going to think, hey, we can absolutely win this game. And I think they're going to bring that kind of confidence from being able to close out Virginia Tech in those key moments down the stretch.
Chip Patterson with, again, a look at that first game on CBS where Florida gets past Virginia Tech and moves on.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.